Hey everyone, welcome back to KB Talks Finance. Today we're talking about that little piece of plastic that can either be your best friend or your worst nightmare: credit cards. I made a huge $7,000 mistake with credit cards, and it took me years to fix it. Don't let this happen to you. We'll cover how credit cards work, the best ways to use them, and some major mistakes to avoid. Let's swipe right into it. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of credit cards, let me share a personal story about how I learned the hard way. When I moved into my first house, I wanted to get everything done at the same time. New furniture, appliances, decor, you name it. So I swiped my credit card over and over until I had racked up $7,000 in debt. At first I thought, no big deal, I'll pay it off quickly. But with high interest rates, that debt started snowballing. I ended up taking 4 years to pay it all off, and by the time I was done, I had paid way more than $7,000. That was my wake-up call. From then on, I made a promise to never let credit card debt get out of control again. Simply put, a credit card is a short-term loan from a bank or financial institution. You borrow money to make purchases, and if you don't pay it back in full by the due date, well, that's where interest comes in. Used wisely, credit cards can build your credit, earn you rewards, and even offer fraud protection. Used recklessly, they can leave you drowning in debt. But don't worry, we'll help you avoid that. Not all credit cards are created equal. Let's break down the main types: rewards cards, earn points, cashback, or airline miles every time you spend. Free money? Yes please. Secured credit cards, perfect if you're building or repairing credit. You put down a deposit and that becomes your limit. Balance transfer cards. Got high interest debt? These let you move your balance to a card with 0% interest for a period of time. Store credit cards. Great for discounts at your favorite retailers, but the interest rates? Yikes, often 25% or more. Now let's talk about the part credit card companies. Interest rates. If you don't pay off your full balance each month, your remaining balance gets hit with interest. And at 20% or more, that can add up fast. Imagine buying a $1,000 TV but only paying the minimum each month. You could end up paying more over time. Let's break this down. If you buy a $1,000 TV with a 23% APR and only make minimum payments, which is 2% of the balance or $25, whichever is greater, it would take you 77 months or about 6.5 years to pay it off. And by the time you're done, you'd have paid a total of $1,925, almost double the original price of the TV. That's why only making the minimum payment is a dangerous game. Now if Dave Ramsey were here, he'd tell you to cut up your credit cards, set them on fire, and run screaming in the opposite direction. But for those of us who live in a world where credit scores matter, here's how to use them wisely. Pay in full each month. This way, you avoid interest completely. Use no more than 30% of your credit limit. This helps keep your credit score healthy. Set up auto pay. Never miss a payment and avoid late fees. Check statements for fraud, scammers, credit cards. Stay alert. Don't spend more just because you can. Having a high credit limit doesn't mean you need to max it out. Stay within your budget. Speaking of interest rates, there's been a push in Congress to cap credit card APRs at 10%. Sounds great, right? But some experts warn this could actually make it harder for people with lower credit scores to get approved. Drop a comment below. Do you think a 10% cap is a good idea, or will it backfire? So, are credit cards good or bad? The answer is, if you're responsible, they can be an amazing financial tool. If not, well, they can turn into a financial disaster. Credit cards, tool or trap, you decide. That's it for today's. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next money-saving tip. Got credit card questions? Drop them in the comments.